Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Eclihpse, and today we will be going over the top 5 things that all players hate about Clash Royale. Now, I do like Clash Royale, and I'm not trying to bash the game, but everything we do like does have its flaws. Also, one more thing I would like to say is I have done a video like this in the past, but since then we've grown substantially, and there are a few more things that annoy me now. So without further ado, let's begin. In the number 5 spot, we have achievements, because in Clash Royale there are not enough achievements in the game. I think there are 6 achievements, and that is not a lot at all considering the game has been out for a few months. And on top of all that, a majority of the achievements are fairly easy to complete, but the reason I'm putting this at the very bottom of the list is because I am sure, like 400,000% sure, that they will add more, and when they do add more, achievements will give us more gold, gems, XP, etc. But the reason this is just so annoying is because there are not a lot of achievements. Like, just read some of these. Join a clan. This is like the easiest thing ever, and the fact that there are only 6 achievements is a bit annoying, but there isn't too much to say about achievements. So with all that being said, let's move on. The number 4 spot on this list is going to have to go to legendary cards. Now, I'm not saying the concept of legendaries is stupid, but if you're a free-to-play player, meaning you do not spend any money on the game, then the odds of you getting a legendary are pretty much little to impossible. Now, legendaries are called legendaries for a reason, and it's because they're very hard to get. Now, I don't think Supercell should make legendaries super easy to get, because then that would completely ruin the purpose. But the main point being, if you're a free-to-play player, then you will rarely ever see a legendary. Now, I myself have gotten 4 legendary cards, and that's because I've spent a bit of money, but I've never got a legendary from a free chest. And Supercell themselves have said in 1 month you should be getting 1 to 2 legendaries just out of your everyday chest. But this hasn't been the case with me, because I have never seen a legendary from a chest I've earned legitly. And since they're so hard to get, this just makes unfair matchups, because if there's someone like me who has spent money and has good cards, and then let's say I go against someone who has never spent a penny and they don't have the cards I do, that right there is just unfair. But again, legendaries are rare for a reason, and I'm not too sure what Supercell can do to make them more available to everyone. But I don't really have too much more to talk about legendaries, because they kind of are in a weird position. So let's move on over to the number 3 spot, and this is going to be taunts, because taunts are absolutely annoying, and that's what taunts are supposed to do. And I'm not sure if I'm the only one who actually gets pissed off at taunts, but they just annoy the hell out of me. Because let's say you lose to someone and they just sit there spamming thanks, 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 or keep putting the laughing emoji. That just annoys me for some odd reason, and sometimes I'll just completely put my phone away just so I don't have to say what the other people are gonna say at the end of a battle. And I'm sure I'm not the only person like this. I know a lot of people hate taunts, and that's what they're kind of supposed to do. They're supposed to make you mad, but I feel like some people do use them a bit out of context, and they just piss me off more than actually help me. So with that being said, that's why they are in my number 3 spot. Heading over to the number 2 spot, this is going to be unfair matchups, or more specifically, going against a higher level player with better cards, because there's nothing more unfair, or nothing that makes me angrier than this. And I know I just said taunts make me very angry, but this is on the same level as taunts, because if you go against a higher level player, their towers have more HP and their towers do more damage, so that makes it harder for you to push. And then if you're a lower level than them, your towers do less damage and your towers have less health, so this just makes it completely easier for the enemy to win. And the disadvantage you're at when pushing is significant, but even though you're a lower level, you can still beat higher level players most of the time. It all depends on the skill level of the other player. For example, I play a lot of level 10s, and a lot of them, to be completely honest, are garbage. But if I play a level 10 who's actually somewhat decent at the game, there's pretty much like a 2% chance I will actually win. And I know there are some like level 6s and 7s in the legendary arena, and that's because A, they have good cards, and B, because they're actually really good. So if you're a really good player, this might not affect you as much, but if you're just a casual player, then the chances are that this is going to really piss you guys off. And moving on over to the #1 spot for this video, this is going to be gold, because the upgrades in this game are just so expensive. And no, I don't think they should make them cheaper. I think they should keep them where they are at. But holy shit, are these upgrades hard to get. My upgrades right now are 4,000 to 8,000 gold, and that's not that bad. It takes a few days to get an upgrade. I can upgrade a card every so often and go on with my day. But as you get near the top player level, some of the card upgrades are like 100,000 gold for a single card. I have never had over like 30,000 gold at once, and I could barely even imagine having 100,000 gold. Like, that is just a bit absurd. And then if you're in the legendary arena and you see a card in the shop that costs 40,000 gold, and to buy 40,000 gold with actual cash, that's $20. So to buy a legendary card, that can be $20. Just to upgrade your cards, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of gold, and the process of getting gold just isn't too effective in this game. Sure, you can donate cards or win battles, but overall that is just like a smudge of gold. It's barely even a lot, and since there aren't a lot of achievements, that just makes it even harder to get gold. So to be honest, I do expect changes with gold to be coming soon, like more methods to get it, but as of now, gold is probably one of the most frustrating things in this game. And that concludes my list for the top 5 things that annoy me in Clash Royale. If you agreed with the majority of the list, be sure to give the video a thumbs up below, and of course, if you thought the list was complete trash, please feel free to give the video a dislike. With all that being said, my name is Eclihpse, and peace out.